Hey guys, I am Jeff and this is the Ottawa Bike and Trail YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. So what if I told you that your Surly Bridge Club is actually two bikes in one? That's right. This is an incredibly versatile bike and I can completely change the way this bike works, the functionality, with one simple upgrade, and I am going to walk you through that today. So stay tuned, let's get into it. All right, so before I did anything to this bike, I wanted to go ahead and get it cleaned up. It is still got a lot of the Arkansas dirt on it, so I came over to a local car wash, sprayed it down, now it's ready to work on. All right, so before we get into it, you might notice I am wearing my brand new Surly Skullet t-shirt. We have these available in the shop, so if you're a Surly fan, check it out. I have a very limited number of these, but I will leave a link below. You can go check it out. All right, so the other thing you'll notice is that we are filming this video in our new e-bike shop. We call it the e-bike Outpost, and we just launched a separate YouTube channel to talk about e-bike content. So if you're interested in that, or if you just want to know what's going on here at Ottawa Bike and Trail, go check out our other YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's called the e-bike Outpost, and we just posted a tour and an overview of our new e-bike shop. So go check that out. So the Surly Bridge Club comes in two different wheel configurations, 700C or 27.5. You can buy the bike stock with either wheel configuration. But the great thing about this bike is you can easily swap the wheels to get a very different ride quality with just a simple wheel swap. Most of the Bridge Clubs that we sell come with the 27.5 wheel size. That is typically associated with mountain bike. It has more of a mountain bike tire and can be ridden off-road, more of an all-terrain setup. We also sell the bike with the 700C wheel, which comes with more of a road-leaning tire, and it's really geared for road style touring. But I love the fact that Surly sells the bike in either configuration. If you purchase the bike with the 27.5 wheel set, it's fairly easy to get a second wheel set and make it a 700C bike. Likewise, you buy a 700C bike, you can easily swap the wheels and make it a 27.5. So today we're gonna walk through the steps of taking this bike, a 27.5 inch wheel size, and converting it to a 700C. All right, so just a refresher on this Surly Bridge Club. We have a custom set of Velocity blunt 27.5 inch wheels. I do have a dynamo hub on the front, and on the back I have the same rim but a DT Swiss 350 hub on the back. So this is not the stock configuration. The stock bike with the 27.5 inch wheels will have OEM, original equipment manufacturer hub with a WTB rim, but the concepts still apply in terms of swapping it to a 700C. Okay, so let's start with the rear wheel. The first thing you need to kind of understand before you figure out what second wheel set you want is the hub spacing. So I'm going to remove the rear wheel here. This is a quick release as opposed to a through axle, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But okay, so for a rear hub spacing, there's really two standards. There's standard spacing for both quick release and through axle, and boost spacing also for quick release and through axle. But for Surly, they use what they call Gnot Boost spacing. And that means that it can handle a boost hub or a non-boost hub. So if you care about the numbers, the non-boost spacing for quick release is 135 millimeters, and the boost spacing for quick release is 141. So Surly puts the hub spacing on the Bridge Club and also other bikes that use the Gnot Boost spacing right in the middle, 138 for quick release. So the rear spacing can stretch to accommodate boost or shrink to accommodate non-boost. So what that means to you is that gives you a lot of flexibility in choosing a second wheel set for your Surly Bridge Club. All right, so let's talk about what wheel we want to use for our wheel swap. So the first thing is, if you have a quick release wheel around, an extra set, it might actually work on your Bridge Club. So depending on what you have, you might be able to use an older wheel set with quick release. That'll work just fine. However, for this project, we are going to be using this wheel by Boyd Cycling. This is the Boyd GVL, which is sort of a gravel wheel in a 700C. It has a fairly wide rim diameter, 25 millimeters, so it can fit fat tires, which of course we love. So this wheel uses the Boyd Skyuka hub, and we have it set up for quick release. So we've been working with Boyd Cycling to get these wheels pre-configured for quick release for us. We have them in our shop for you to order. So if you want a 700C wheel, we have these available. I'll leave the link below. Likewise, if you have a 700C and you want to swap to a 27.5, we have the Boyd Stumphouse wheel in that configuration, also with quick release. So you can check that out as well. I'll leave the link. So the great thing about this wheel is that we have it set up for quick release, which is what we need for this bike. But if we wanted to use these wheels on a through axle bike, we just simply pop out the end caps and replace them with through axle end caps. So when you purchase these wheels, you'll be able to kind of future-proof them and make them usable on other bikes that use through axles. So we love that about it. It's very versatile. The other thing that we like about this wheel is that we have it configured here with Shimano HG free hub, but we can swap this out for the other free hub standards. So we can use SRAM free hub as well as the Shimano Microspine free hub. So very versatile wheel. We love it. If you're going to invest in this wheel set, you might as well be able to use it from bike to bike, and that's what we like about it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this wheel in place. Just make sure everything fits okay. So this happens to be a non-boost hub, but if we wanted to use a boost hub with quick release, we could do that as well. Fits right in there perfectly. It's gonna work great. All right, same thing applies on the front wheel. I'm gonna pop this off. For me, the downside of swapping these out is I won't have a dyno hub with my 700C wheel set, but that's okay. But we have the Boyd GVL front wheel here, also quick release. Again, same thing applies. We can use adapters to convert this to through axle. We want. There we go. So I got the front wheel mounted up, got the rear wheel mounted up. Now we will put the cassette on here and get the disc rotors put on, and the tires, of course, and we'll be all set, ready to go. So on the 27.5 inch wheel that I have on my Bridge Club, I have a 11 to 39 tooth cassette. you may have a slightly different cassette. If you watched our 2x drivetrain upgrade, you can see that this is what we used in that case. But for the new wheel, the 700C wheel, I am going to use the same cassette. 10 speed, 11 to 39. And that just means that I'll be able to just swap the wheels once I have the cassette on there and not have to make any adjustments to the shifting. It's going to shift the same regardless of which wheel set I'm using. All right, so I'm going to get the cassette on the new wheel now. I do like to use just a tiny bit of grease on the free hub just to make it easy to get it on and off in the future. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on there. I'm gonna try it with the spacer, see if I need it. All right. All right, let's talk about tire selection. So on the Surly with the 27.5 inch wheel, I have the Vittoria Mezcal 2.1 inch XC race tire. I love that tire, works great. Surly recommends that you can go up to a 2.8 inch tire, so if you even want to go wider with a 27.5 inch wheel, you can do that. So the stock tire that comes on the 700C Bridge Club is the Surly Extraterrestrial in a 41 millimeter. Surly says that on the 700C you can go up to 47 millimeters. So we've got a lot of ways we could go with this. I really do like the Surly Extraterrestrial, but I want to try out a different tire. I have been wanting to try out these Continental Terra Adventure tires. It is more of a kind of off-road tire, but it should roll pretty well on the road as well. So even though I do have a 700C wheel on this, I do plan on using it in a bunch of different environments. So we're gonna go with a 700C by 45. So we could go a little bit bigger, but this is, I think, a good compromise, and I definitely wanna try this tire out, so it's a good opportunity to do it on this bike. All right, so I'm gonna get the front wheel set up here. Again, I'm using the Boyd tubeless valves, and so I love the fact that they have this little bolt to secure the tubeless valve. It's shaped so that you can tighten it by hand. There we go. Wow, went on easily. All right, Continental Terra Adventures, ready to go, 700C. I am gonna go get some rotors and we will get them mounted and then we'll put them on the bike. All right, so I'm gonna put the rotors on the wheels. One of the things that I ran into, I'm using these SRAM disc brake rotors, and they just slide on. However, the one thing that surprised me is that the rotors don't ship with the lock ring that holds the rotors in place. I was a little surprised. I don't recall whether other types of rotors come with the lock ring or not. I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on these threads before I put them on. You don't want to get any grease on the rotors, obviously, but thread this on. All right, so if you are doing this yourself, you are going to need a couple of special tools. This tool here is used to tighten down the lock ring. Wow, the cool thing is my brake rotors lined up perfectly. Sometimes if you swap the wheels out, you might need to do just a slight adjustment to your brakes, but not in this case. So obviously in this configuration, I won't be able to use my dyno hub. So ideally I would build up a dyno front wheel, but this will work for the time being. If I really like the 700C ride, I may switch over and run it with a dyno hub, but for now I will ride it without the dyno hub just to see how it goes. All right, so I'm getting a little rubbing in the front. I'll just do a quick brake adjustment. Bridge Club is ready to go. 700C wheels. Brakes are working great. Shifting, perfect. So I'm gonna take it outside and give it a test ride. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the test ride. I'm actually going to be riding the Tour de Beer on my Surly Bridge Club with the new wheels. So I'm gonna do a separate video of that ride and tell you what I think about this bike.